Hey, you with the face. Welcome.
Welcome to the I Regret Nothing podcast.
I Regret Nothing podcast.
Groovy.
With Mike J. and Pedro.
I regret nothing.
I regret nothing.
We regret nothing.
I regret everything. Everything I've ever done.
Dune.
Man, I still feel like
Batman.
I still feel like I'm on Arrakis right now.
Feel high from the movie.
Yeah, man. I saw them last night at 6, so I went from like 6 to 9:30. Then I went home mid jerk off, and I turned it on HBO Max, and I watched the first hour of it again before falling asleep.
So that's how good it is.
So good.
It is. It really is. I obviously went on Reddit, read some of the dislike.
Okay. So were they like?
I disagree. I disagree with them.
You did? Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I mean there were actual book readers that were pissy about things, and like that's gonna happen, right? Like I love the book. The movie was beautiful, but
There's always that. Yeah.
I mean at the end of the day, right? Like it surely could have used a 10-episode miniseries or something, right? Like we have all gotten very used to long exposés of a simple story with tons and tons of character development and story development. I mean, it's just what we're used to now, right? Like we don't have to deal with all these like super condensed 2-hour stories that really water down things, right? Like the art of making movies has become very different now because
Agreed.
so many amazing stories are told over much longer periods of time. But I mean, this is a very deep story that they only got half out of in almost 3 hours. So, yeah, they left out quite a bit. They changed a few things to simplify some storylines, but I thought it was amazing. Just amazing.
It was meant to be.
I don't think any of the acting stood out to me as subpar.
So everyone was on.
Everyone was good. The cast was great. The set pieces were amazing. I mean, pacing's a little bit of an issue, right? Like, I mean, if you've read the book, the pacing of the book isn't amazing either.
Yeah, it's really slow. You're
very slow burn. A lot of things. I mean, and the book doesn't even show the battles, right? Like, you don't even see any of the Battle of Arrakeen in the first part of the book. Like, it just sort of happens off screen. And they did show it in the movie, which was nice. It was very cool to see the the invasion of
Yeah,
of
they needed
Arrakeen.
to appeal to a wider audience, and they nailed it.
I
really.
think so. I still do worry that it's a lot of information to take in without a lot of explanation, right? Like the words are so foreign. And while they do give you explanations to certain words, they're still foreign. And I mean, I watch a lot of movies. I watch everything at home with subtitles. And of course, I didn't get a closed caption device. My dad gets one at the movies, but I don't. And while I knew everything they were saying, it was still hard for me. Like it took me sometimes a few seconds to sort of process what things were saying because, it's all happening so fast. And
Is it a question of mixing, like the way
maybe
the sound is
I don't
mixed,
think
or
it's as bad as like
like
Christopher
Nolan?
Nolan's movies, but the score was definitely cranked up, which is
Okay.
great. I mean, the score is amazing. I mean, there's a lot of super cool shit. Like when they show the Sardaukar planet where they all train the prison planet. There's like this guy that's sort of singing this tune of instructions to the Sardaukar. I don't know how to explain it. It's just fucking amazing. Like.
Oh, really? All right.
Yeah, and all the different languages were really well done, and I thought it was just really good. Like, if you have HBO Max, watch it. Obviously, I'd appreciate it a little more if you went and paid for it because we sure as fuck need the last half of the story. And I don't think we just need the last half of the story. Like, there is so much more Dune stories to tell.
Yeah.
We need everything.
I think they have greenlit a series about the Bene Gesserit, right? Like there's a prequel series that was greenlit. That's just a a completely new thing, just all about the Bene Gesserit order and stuff. So I don't know. We need more of this. This is I don't know.
Don't go and expect
you-
a full movie with an end. Okay.
Yeah, well, that's one of my issues, right? They did not market it as the first half of a 2-part movie.
Which is interesting, right? Because they're almost like keeping the door open for just one movie. It seems they're still,
Well,
like,
the
on
movie
fence.
opens and it says part 1, so
And it's not
Oh, okay.
necessarily bad at all. It's not
All
bad
right.
at all.
no, not to mention
because
the trailers show Zendaya endlessly, and she's like in the movie for 5 minutes. So
yeah, she's the movie.
I mean, she's not in it for 5 minutes. They show her like 100 times, but it's all in his visions. She's not really talking. All she says is Paul. And then you only get her at the very beginning. She does the intro scene like Irulan does in the old one, and then you see her at the end of the movie. So it's
Yeah, we might get a movie just with visions. Can we imagine the director's cuts with visions?
all I know
Those
is
visions.
if
Oh,
Villeneuve releases a 4-hour director's cut, I will watch it.
Same.
I told my wife last night when we were watching it, because it's on HBO Max until November 21st. So you have 1 month to watch it for free. I'm gonna watch it 10 times. That's my guess.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. So I'm gonna
10
put
times?
in close to 30 hours into
So
Dune.
is it on par with visually speaking with Blade Runner? Let's say with the images and the color palettes.
Oh yeah. Well, I
Yeah,
mean, they're different
there.
worlds, obviously, right?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, of
this
course.
is a lot of desert stuff, right? Like they
Okay.
show Giedi Prime, they show
Mhm.
Seleucus Secundus, they show Caladan, but most of the movie takes place on Arrakis. And
Okay.
yeah, the interior stuff is a little bit boring, but that's because it's supposed to be, right? Like the palace in
It's
Arakeen is
look
supposed to be
pure and
boring.
everything.
But when they show the stuff on Giedi Prime, and like we're chomping for more, but most of this movie, I mean, all of it takes place on a desert planet.
So
Yeah, I
also
mean,
orange. Yeah.
When you feel the story is getting a little bit slower, you just appreciate the visuals and you're fine.
And the sound,
The visuals are
the visual and the
absolutely
sound.
awesome.
Yeah, I mean, for a desert,
especially the fights.
for a
Like,
desert,
Wow.
for a desert movie, it's amazingly beautiful.
Great.
Yeah.
Everything about it. I mean, like the fucking ornithopters are so dope.
They made the deserts really interesting.
Yeah.
It's like, wow.
Well, I'm seeing it tomorrow, so I can't wait. But yeah, I'm very excited to see it.
I was gonna
without
watch
spoilers.
it in the afternoon before I went to see it because it launched on HBO Max at 3
It
o'clock.
did, yeah.
But I didn't have
And it-
time. I ended up not having time.
Yeah, and some people even got it via torrent this week, so it was out in a while, like Tuesday, I think. So, yeah.
And the movie ends with a really nice, well-written cliffhanger. Not a cliffhanger.
Yeah, I
a
mean, in the
cliffhanger.
book, it's not even the end of book 2, right? The book is 3
Mhm.
separate stories. This is like closer to the
Half.
middle of the second part of the book.
I'm completely fine with that.
Yeah.
As long as they deliver the rest.
Well, I
I'm fine.
have a feeling they're going to overdevelop his relationship with Cheney in the second movie.
Dick Cheney, right? We're
With
talking
Dick
about
Cheney.
or-
No, Liz.
or
Liz
Liz
Cheney.
Liz
yeah, yeah.
Cheney. Okay.
Dick
yeah.
Cheney's not relevant anymore. Liz
Nah,
Cheney.
you're-
Actually, in
yeah.
this movie, they call her Chani. So we'll say
Chani?
Chani.
Okay.
Yeah.
Liz
Johnny,
Cheney.
Yeah.
Okay,
I think
got it.
Johnny.
the second movie they'll go into that a lot. They'll show, the rating of villages that they do as a group, maybe the development of the Fremen army that he puts together, right? Like
Mhm.
the stuff that kind of got glossed over in the book.
Okay,
I think they'll spend a lot of time on.
that's interesting.
Yeah. And maybe a lot of
Is
time
the,
showing him riding a worm.
Is the author still around? The Herbert, I think his name is. Is he still around?
Who?
The author of
The
the
author.
original books?
No. He died. His son
died,
actually,
okay.
he wrote the first 5 books, and then his son wrote
Okay.
3 Dune books that are supposedly
Oh, really?
terrible.
Okay.
That I've
Yeah,
never
okay.
seen. So obviously, I'm in this movie yesterday. It's great, and then I come out of the movie to news that Alec Baldwin killed somebody
That's fucked up.
on the set
So
of
fucked up.
Rust. Holy shit!
Yeah,
Like
that's
I can't even imagine being in that guy's footsteps right now.
no,
Like
exactly.
he just accidentally killed somebody with a prop gun. That's
I mean,
this is the
fucking
Crow.
nuts.
This
The
is
director
the
of
Crow.
No,
Always
no, no,
out
no,
of
no,
the-
no, no. that guy killed him. He shot himself. Okay, like it's fucked up, and I'm sure the person that set up the prop gun feels like shit. Alec Baldwin is alive, and he just killed the cinematographer on his movie, and injured the director. That's crazy. Okay, like the guy killed himself on the set of the crew.
But
okay, that's bad.
There's
this
been
guy-
like,
See, from the perspective of the police, they will be like, okay, should we treat this as an accident or as
well, it's
a murder?
negligence. It could be like,
But who's
like
what's the negligence on? Is it on the
prop master?
the
I
prop
guess?
the prop master, or is
or
it
the
Alec
person who
Baldwin's
shot?
job to check that the
No,
prop gun that
I-
he picked up is I don't know. That's
I don't
crazy.
think it's the actor's. No, I don't think it's not the actor's job to double check. But I mean, we've heard stories for so many years on the Hollywood sets. Like there's shit for people who work. There's like been burned people. There's like been people like severely injured. Stuntmen died. I mean, we know they're
Yeah,
this
but-
happened before.
yeah, but stuntmen
Yeah.
dying, it's horrible. But their
It
job
is.
is to do scary shit.
Exactly, but I mean,
The
like
fucking
technicians getting burned.
cinematographer got shot on set.
No,
Holy
that's- yeah.
shit!
It's crazy.
That woman is just sitting in a chair next to
Mhm.
the director framing shots. That's it.
yeah,
Yeah, that's what I
controlling
don't
the
get.
dolly.
I would get if he shot another actor or like a stunt actor.
Yeah,
but
what's
why
the gun
would he
being
shoot the
pointed at
director
them
or the-
for?
Well,
Yeah.
sometimes there's shots when you see the actor like pointing the gun.
I
and
guess so.
shooting.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
Yeah.
it's
and what's
the only.
with the use of a prop gun that actually shoots something?
Well, I thought that the
Like-
reason why Brandon Lee is his name, right?
Yeah,
Was because he held the gun to his head
that's
and
not
pulled
what I
the
heard.
trigger,
Yeah,
right?
that
like,
w- there was a residue of a real bullet, and the blank actually fired the residue of like a broken bullet.
right.
That's
But
what
the point is that it was this close to his head.
Oh well, okay. So if it's that, it's
Yeah.
I
really
don't
fucking
understand
stupid.
how a
funny.
prop gun kills somebody that's even a few feet away. I don't understand how this. I mean,
Yeah, this I don't get. Yeah.
I understand this is not our industry and it's just fucked up to even talk about, but holy shit. And you got to wonder, what is that asshole that hates Alec Baldwin going to be chirping about now?
Well,
That
his
asshole that's
son's
running
tweeted
his own
something.
media site
I
right
can
now.
already see him like,
Yeah, right. I
So
mean,
happy.
really, like that's brutal. I can't,
Mm.
I mean, look, people accidentally kill people every day, right? Like it's fucked up. Cars run over people on the streets. You get in an accidental accident. Like bad shit happens. But that's like, I don't know. I feel like that's an assumed risk of driving your car around. Holding up a prop gun on a movie set is not an assumed risk.
I'd
Mhm.
Yeah.
say the prop master fucked up.
Yeah.
We'll see, but yeah, there's I hope it ushers in a new era for people who work in the industry because it's
Yeah,
we've
this
heard,
is
like,
also right before everybody's about to go on strike too, huh?
exactly what a good argument to go on strike, right?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, and she was up and coming. I read. I didn't know her. Like, I didn't follow her
Yeah.
career, but she was apparently up and coming, like a rising star in the movie industry. And yeah, it's really, really bad.
Yeah, that's it's fucked up.
Mhm.
Anyway, that's we don't need to talk about too much more negative stuff.
Yeah, let's go.
In RWS news,
Yep.
2 weeks ago, I was at Comic-Con in New York. We had a
Sure.
booth with a company called Behemoth. Behemoth is a comic book company who has licensed the rights for Postal to make a card game. So if you haven't looked it up, I'm sure it's on our social medias. But there is a sample artwork of the card game that's out there. There's going to be a potential comic. We're looking at doing a comic. There is a little bit of a trademark issue because there is already a comic named Postal that is not owned by us.
Those assholes.
Well, and he was actually at New York Comic Con supposedly and didn't say a word. So, but most
What a-
importantly, what we did at Comic Con was we had our own panel, which, I mean, I guess to the common person, you'd say, "Oh yeah, well that sounds normal." Not to us, man.
No,
that
that's
shit
a big
cray.
milestone. Yeah.
When I was told who we're going to be on a panel, I was like, "Oh, cool. What's it about? Send me the topics." And they're like, "Oh, no. This is a postal panel." And I kind of was like, "What?" We have our
And
own
you were
panel?
expecting like 10 people, you said, and it wasn't the case.
Yeah, I
right?
mean, I saw the
2
listing for
people.
the panel, and it was like
Mm.
going postal, and it was like talking about our history, and I was like, "Who's going to show up to this?"
Mhm.
Like the 5 fans that came and said hi during the show. And, you know, I did a pretty good job of talking to people every day and saying, hey, we have a panel on this day, we have a panel on this day, we have a panel on this day, we have a panel on this day. And when I walked into the room the first time, obviously there's no line outside the door. You walk by some panels and there's a huge line.
Yeah.
There was no line. I was like, okay, well, this is kind of what I expected. And I walked in, and there was a few stragglers in there at that point. It was 15 minutes before the panel. And I said, okay, that's cool. And I put my stuff down, and then I went to take a piss. And I came back, and the room was like more than half full. And I was like, okay, this is
That's
pretty
nice.
cool. Yeah. And we didn't really have an agenda. The guy from Behemoth, his name's Kevin. He's a French-Canadian guy named Kevin. He hosted the panel, which he did a pretty good job. You know, he's a little hard to understand, like Sebastian. But
Yeah, we suck.
but he did a pretty good job of asking questions and keeping things moving. And I gave a nice long, like 20-minute sort of talk about who we are, where we've been, and where we're going. And we spent like the last 15 minutes taking questions from the crowd. And they actually asked questions all the way till the end, right? Like they hold up the cards, tell you 10 minutes left, 5 minutes left. And right to the end, we talked right till the end. And it was just pretty cool. Like we've never done that.
That's
so
really
cool.
nice. Were you competing against like other big panels at the same time? Or
It was Saturday at what time was it? It was at 5 or 6 o'clock. Like
which is
crazy,
good, right?
crazy town.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure there was other big panels at that time, and
Yeah.
I could hear the panel next door was fucking completely jam packed. People are screaming and yelling,
Yeah.
and I mean, I didn't expect that for us. We had a couple of you know standing O's and clapping and stuff, and which was cool. But it's not like we were announcing anything huge there. We didn't have a trailer to show on the TV. We weren't really
Yeah, of
prepared for
course.
this. And it ended up being pretty cool. I mean, I think the room held like 300 people, and it had to be at least half full, maybe 2/3. So it was nice.
That's
And
really
afterwards
cool.
and before, people wanted to get some pictures with me and chat. And one guy came up to me after the panel, and he goes, "Hey man, I just wanted to tell you, I walked into this panel by accident. I didn't know what it was." And I came in
nice.
and I heard you talking and it was funny. So I just sat down, and that's like the best thing I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah, that's.
And I was like, hey
that's-
man,
People
thanks.
thought-
That's really cool.
People thought that Valve was going to release the next Portal game.
Yeah, they're like, ooh, Portal. Portal's coming
Portal.
out. Yeah.
Let's go.
So right now we're waiting on the video footage. Obviously, like one of the guys from the company videotaped it with his camera, but there was a professional video guy in there videoing every panel. So we're just waiting for the footage so I can, you know, post it for people to watch. And I'm sure it'll be like way less entertaining as a video panel than it would have been to be there. Like it'll
it's always
look
like that. I mean,
it'll
you
look
know,
less busy. The
yeah,
people won't be
of course.
screaming and yelling, but that's not what this was. This was our
Yeah.
first panel with no plan, and I don't know. I thought it was pretty cool. Like I said, I'm not a pessimist in life most of the time. Like, but I was
Realistic.
not. I really didn't expect there to be a lot of
And
people.
all it took was a piss break. That's it.
I know. I went
It's
to
a
take a
magic
pee, and there
piss
were
break.
people there, and yeah,
Yeah.
I was staying in New York with a friend, and she and her mother was in town for the weekend, and so I was with the two of them, and they said, hey, we want to come to Comic-Con, and I said sure, and so I got them a couple badges, and I said, hey, I have this panel at this time if you want to come watch, and her mom's like, sure, we'll come watch you. And after, like, they had been sitting at the booth all day, so they sort of saw like people, you know, coming around going, oh, Postal. And so then I sit and do this panel, and afterwards the mother was like, oh wow, like you aren't just
You
some
guys-
jerk off.
Yeah, you guys actually draw people, so yeah,
Right,
so
yeah.
that's nice. Exactly. Yeah.
So I mean,
Well, that was cool.
yeah. So if anybody's listening that is more important than us, that has these things more often, I'd love to do them because I do like to talk. I do like to tell our story, and I do like to riff with people about this kind of stuff. So anybody that has panels for anything, whether it's video panels, Zoom meetings, or live, I'd love to do more of them because it was really fun to sit up there and talk about this stuff and actually have people listening who don't know the story, right? Like I'm talking to you guys, this is fun, but we all know the story. Most of our fans that are watching this, they all know the story. So anytime I'm talking about this, it's not me enlightening.
No, exactly.
shit.
People already know. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so it is
So
cool
cool.
to be
So
able to tell
cool.
our story like that. So hopefully I'll have the footage for you guys within the next, I don't know, week. I've been bugging the guys from Behemoth about it, so also Behemoth is going to be making vinyl of the Postal Redux soundtrack. So
Oh, nice.
Oh yeah.
you guys
So
want to
do
get
you
a
think
nice
people?
vinyl.
Do you think people watching now who are away from New York can expect one day to have Mike J doing a panel somewhere else?
I hope so. I mean, we tried to get a panel at PAX East last year,
Okay.
and it just got denied. I mean, we submitted like 2 or 3 different panel ideas, and they both got denied. So,
Okay.
I'm guessing. I mean, even the Behemoth guys, they said, hey, they asked us. I said, how'd you get this? What is this? This is crazy. And they said, well, they asked for people with panel ideas, and we submitted one, and then they told us sure, and then they gave us a primetime slot.
And now we have
so
Postal
nice.
Con coming.
Yeah, it's not,
Just
it's not
kidding.
like Behemoth had the biggest booth there. I mean, they didn't have a tiny booth, but they just had it was probably a four by, like whatever is a normal booth. It was 4 times that. And I don't know. It was super cool and way bigger than expected just for the booth, way bigger than expected for the panel. And thank you to anybody that was there that happens to be listening to this. And thank you, New York Comic Con, for giving us the play, because doesn't happen a lot. we aren't handed opportunities like that very often. We have to fucking kick and scream for shit like that. So
we're grateful when they happen.
yeah.
right?
So G4 is relaunching their channel soon. G4 is launching in a couple of weeks. If G4 wants to give me some airtime, I'd love it, because they've done it before, but it was for Postal 3.
So
Oh, no.
so we got burned.
I
Yeah.
thought I did a good job. I'll send you guys the links later on. If you,
I
Pedro, if you
wanna
want to
see
look it
that.
up on YouTube, it's called White Trash Interview. If you type Postal White Trash Interview, and I don't know
It's
why.
literally that.
It was because in the video I say that the Postal dude's the white trash crack smoker or something like that. So they like named the interview like White Trash Interview or something, and it's just me chatting about Postal 4. It was for
Oh my god.
I think it was for Game Trailers, the Game Trailers website, which used to like post their videos on G4 all the time.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it was cool. It just happens to be for that shit title. And I was a lot younger. I was, I don't know, like
Classic journalist.
27.
Huh?
What year is that
taking-
video, Pedro? Does it say?
2008.
Yeah, there you go. 27, maybe. Those were the days. But we still didn't get a lot of coverage on G4 back then. We had friends at G4 and we still didn't get coverage. So I wonder if we will this time around. Makes you wonder.
G4.
Yeah. But anyway, if you don't have a G4, you can get it soon. So I don't know why I'm advertising for them. But
Yeah, free
Because you want a
advertising.
spot. That's
you
why
know,
you're doing
our
it.
next topic we had in here from a while ago, that the GTA trilogy was confirmed, but not just was it confirmed, they released a trailer today and it looks fucking dope.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised.
I saw
Yeah.
hate bomb after hate bomb in the R Gaming post of that video, and I'm like, what the fuck did you guys want?
I think they
I
were
had
picturing like a full-blown
lowest-
remake in GTA 5 graphics, but it wasn't. It was never gonna
Yeah.
happen.
I was
but
absolutely not expecting that.
Yeah,
I
but
was
you know-
expecting the exact same graphics with like a slightly better
Exactly.
tint, and
I-
this is
I
way
was
more
ex-
than that.
Yeah, I was expecting like they slap like higher res textures and call it a day, but apparently they put a lot of effort in it, and it's
They got fingers.
yeah, they do.
They do
I
have
think they've
fingers.
been working on it for 1 year because they got that studio. It's the studio who did the Master Chief collection, and I got that
Oh,
studio a year ago. So
Mm.
yeah, so
Well,
for
I
1 year
mean,
is
let's
pretty good.
just hope that it runs well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's
At least-
always that. Yeah.
I had
They already had the specs
expectations
online.
for this one because we saw how they handled the previous ones. I'm not sure if they will actually make a really good game after all this, because we only seen visuals for now. So I'm
Mhm.
holding my breath for now. But they say they
Well,
will
it's also
modernize
coming
the
out for
controls.
Switch. It's also coming out for Switch, so it at
It is.
least has to run on a Switch. So that's
Mhm.
it is telling that it should be fine on a PS5. I mean, we're not talking about GTA 6
FPS at
graphics
least.
here. Like theoretically, this should run. That doesn't mean the controls are going to be any good, or that it's
Well,
going to be
they
stable.
apparently they revamped the controls to fit like modern controls of GTA.
No, they
I-
gave them the GTA 5 controls.
I was going to
Yeah,
say,
that's
I
exactly.
really hope it's GTA 5 controls.
I just don't
Yeah, they-
understand
they
why
did,
people
yeah.
thought it will be GTA 5 with the old games. Like, what were people expecting?
I mean,
Like,
I
of
don't
course it
think
was
that.
going to be something
I'll
like
be
that.
honest. Like, if they had spent longer than a year on this, I fully would expect that. I mean, they've got this whole engine. They have endless assets. It really wouldn't have taken that much work. the amount of money they make to the amount of work this would take is fucking pennies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But that said, I don't really want a GTA 5 Vice City. I just want a Vice City that looks a little better.
Exactly.
I mean,
I saw
Tommy
somebody-
looks a bit like a Cuban right now.
Whatever. I think the way somebody said it, which sounds good, is they made it look like how your mind remembers it looking.
Exactly.
Right.
That's the
That's
good
their
way
goal,
to
actually.
That's how I
look at it.
But when
felt
you
when I
actually
saw it.
look at the old graphics, you're like, nope, that is not what it looked like.
Exactly.
That's exactly
a good
how
way
I
to put
felt
it.
about GTA 3. That's exactly what I saw when I was a kid playing in
Yeah.
2001.
Exactly. But if you go back to GTA 3 now, you're like, oof.
Oh, it's
Wow.
crap. Yeah.
Which is funny
It aged
because
like
I
shit.
don't think Postal 2 looks great. But I do think that it has aged better than most games from
You know why?
2002.
Do you know why? Because gameplay. That's it.
Yeah,
It's
but I
because of
don't
the
even think
gameplay.
it's the gameplay. I think that while the graphics weren't great at the time, and the graphics are obviously not great now, I think the graphics have aged better than other games did.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I
I
mean-
don't know if it's.
Yeah.
Where else do you see fluids going down ramps and stuff? You don't see that. in
well, right,
any
but I
game.
wasn't really referring to the fluids. I just mean like the textures
like
we
the
use
fluids.
in
The
the
overall
game. Just
image, yeah.
overall, I think it has aged
Yeah.
better than other things have. So,
I agree with that. Yeah.
True.
hey, by the way, I
Agreed.
just did hear back from Greg. I can play that song at the end of the podcast.
You
All right.
can.
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay, great.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna play a new song by the guys at the end, not right now. Play a new song by the guys who do all the songs for our trailer, A Fall to Break. This is another band that one of the guys from A Fall to Break is in. So stay tuned to the end of the podcast if you're really, really into the music we play over our trailers.
The only thing I could add about the GTA trilogy that I'm really curious to see is what they did with the music licenses, because they cost a lot. And recently, I know
They
Michael
cost
Jackson,
a lot. These guys
Yeah.
shit money.
I know, but you know how it
I
works,
think
right? They
it's,
just look at like numbers on a column, and they're like, "Oh no, it's costly." Because I know, recently they updated Vice City. You don't have Michael Jackson anymore. Ozzy was gone, so you don't.
Well, Michael
you know, there was-
Jackson is, he's a pedophile. So
Well, not Ozzy as of now. So Bark at the Moon was a pretty dope track.
Allegedly.
So.
I mean, at the
Yeah,
end of the
exactly.
day, it is interesting to see what they'll do, but I don't think they're going to lose sales over this.
No, of course not. But I
People
mean,
will
Yeah, I don't
it's
think
part
so.
of the identity, right? I mean, it's
And it's gonna be on Game Pass. And if you buy it, they give you a $10 coupon also. So
Everybody is going to buy that.
I'm going to buy it, but I'm going to buy it for my
Yeah.
PS5, I think.
yeah, that's a game I'm gonna put on my
PC
couch
all the
too.
way. PC
Yeah.
all
Oh,
the
you're
way.
going to
Yeah,
buy it on the
doing
Rockstar
PC.
launcher? Good luck with that one, bud.
I'll wait on Steam because I know they will release on Steam.
yeah, they'll
maybe.
eventually, yeah.
I
Yeah, I'm gonna
Eventually.
get it on PC also. Yeah, because I want the DLSS. Yeah.
Are you sure you don't want to get it on PC so you can play GTA 3 online?
Well,
If they make it.
That's
Yeah.
their big plan here. They're like, well,
If
we
they-
barely
if they allow
revamped it a little bit.
modders-
We made a new online portion for each game. There's going to be
That'd
Vice
be
City
that'd be
online.
crazy.
There's going to
If
be
they
San
don't,
Andreas online.
give the MCAs to modders. Everything will be fine, but they will. So we can't expect anything.
Yeah. I mean,
Was it-
whatever. Everybody that I see shit talking online, I know they're going to buy it.
Of course they will. Yeah.
I mean,
they're
I
gonna
should
be-
talk about a
yeah.
bit, but I'm still going to buy it. Because
Right. I mean, look, it's going to be
at
60
least
bucks.
it looks
It's
interesting.
going to be $60, but that's for 3 games.
Yeah. Free
Yeah.
Which is
classics.
a potential of like 400 hours if you combine everything. So,
I mean,
Yeah.
it's probably going to be the best way to play GTA 3 because GTA 3 is very dated, and since they are going to add those modern controls, probably a map because they didn't have a map on GTA 3, and better visuals. I mean,
The
Yeah.
maps are going to seem so small, though.
yeah,
of course, yeah.
especially with the new draw distance. Oh man,
Yeah.
Whatever. They're going to
We can
feel
see for
bigger. They're
miles.
going to feel bigger than Postal 4. Okay.
okay.
Although the Postal 4 map seems big because you can't run by default out of the box.
Right.
It's we thought about that, we want to
We did this so you would think the map is bigger than it is.
exactly.
People kept asking me, how can I run? And I'm like, well, you're already running. You're just not sprinting.
You're walking.
Yeah, you're not
I was like, if you want to
sprinting,
slow down, this button will slow you down. And they're like, no, I want to speed up. And I'm like, oh, you can't do that. Sorry.
Or
But when I
use
play-
Sonic mode.
When I play P4, I do use the Sanic cheat code. all the
Yeah,
time,
we
though.
did
Yeah,
that. The
yeah.
problem was we were playing with an Xbox controller, and we had to every time we had to reboot it, it was like, ugh,
No.
get down
Yeah.
on the ground and type this into the keyboard.
Controller.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Controllers.
whatever. YouTube finally cancels Rewind. I don't even know what that is.
You don't?
No.
Okay,
that's-
so every
that's a good thing.
year,
it's a good thing. You
I
don't
think
know.
it's a good thing you don't know.
it's
Yeah.
great. It's a great thing. You should check it out.
It's basically.
You want me
they
to get
just,
into
like,
something that they're canceling? I don't think that's a good idea.
No.
it's
Hold
not.
on. They did like a best of YouTube videos of the year, but they always chose like the most cringe, like YouTubers, and
Right.
they ignored like the real good stuff, and it was hot garbage basically.
They put Will
So-
Smith in it. Like they put
Yeah,
some random
yeah.
people. Yeah.
You know like cringe, like real cringe. So
Yeah.
trying to be hip.
The people that scream into the microphone.
Yeah, exactly. People
Yeah.
disconnected who think that they know what's cool for the kids. Type of cringe.
Got to set trends,
Exactly. So they decide to cancel, which is good news, I think. Yeah,
Oh,
thank you.
well,
YouTube.
You know what? I'm glad I don't know what it is because it's going away.
You're not
I
missing
miss
out,
nothing.
You're
Exactly.
missing absolutely nothing.
But Twitch had a data breach.
which was insane, right?
It was not me.
No.
No, it
Tell
was
us
not me.
about it,
Yeah.
Sebastian.
Well, basically they leaked the source code, so basically anyone can.
On 4chan. Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunate, of course, of where else, man. And interesting fact is they also leaked the salaries of the biggest Twitch promoters. So people are making decent bread. Well, obviously we know, but I mean, seeing the actual numbers, which is pretty insane, right?
Yeah, the top 1% makes a good amount. Yeah.
Yeah, like 8 million in a year and a half, something like that. I remember 18 months, not $8 million.
That doesn't surprise me much.
No, it's insane. But yeah, so basically the entire source code. So it says a lot about the security at Amazon, right? I mean, if they can steal Twitch's source code, what can they steal also, right?
And Mixer
Yeah.
died for this.
So I
Mhm.
mean, those companies are bragging all the time that they care about the security and data of people. We all know it's a bad joke, and we have another proof right there. Right?
Well, at the end of the day, I mean, it doesn't matter what they do. It's going to get hacked eventually.
as long as
I mean, I
Daddy
don't-
Bezos can go in space, I mean,
Yeah.
With his
The
dick.
guy leaked like 250 gigs of data in a
It's-
freaking
it's-
folder. Yeah.
it's insane.
Like,
Yeah.
And
I wonder if they leaked the 4 users that watch us on Twitch.
Oh, they
Uh,
already did. Fucked.
all
We're
4.
fucked.
Yeah, we're
We are
screwed.
so fucked.
I forgot to
we're-
update my fan of the week in the app, so I'm just going to do it live. This is not it.
We'll do it
This
live.
is not it, guys. I got it.
alive.
We'll do it live.
There it
damn
is. This is our fan of the week. Right
Well, it
here.
looks like you,
nice-
Mike.
Yeah.
The cat. The cat looks like me. This is from Retro
Yeah.
Tree on
That's
Twitter.
a nice one too.
It's pretty cool. Pretty evil. Pretty dark.
Yeah.
So
But I think
you
the
know,
kitty cancels
photorealistic.
the evil, so it's like yin yang right there,
Right.
The evil postal guy, but cute kitty, so
Right.
it's a good balance.
So as always,
mean-
if you want your art to potentially be showcased for Fan of the Week on our podcast, make sure you tweet it and you hashtag I Regret Nothing Podcast. If you do not hashtag I Regret Nothing Podcast, Pedro will not find it.
And I will finger you.
He probably will find it. I mean, we do see all the fan artwork, but
Yeah,
you doing a
I
fan
usually find
artwork
it.
does not mean you are submitting it for Fan of the Week. So make sure when you submit for Fan of the Week, you hashtag I Regret Nothing Podcast in your post. So thank you to Retro Tree for the submission. We love it.
Yep.
I saw on the Discord someone who drew the postal dude with the MGS style, like Metal Gear Solid style. It looks freaking dope. It looks so
Really?
good.
Well, why didn't
yeah.
he use the hashtag I Regret Nothing Podcast?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he didn't know.
There
But
you
it looks
go.
dope. Whoever it is on the Discord who drew like the MGS style postal dude, it looks so dope.
All right, real quick. Everybody who's listening, there will be a kick in Brain Damaged. Just so you
Yes.
know. I
We
told them
got
that a
the
while ago.
funds.
I told them that long before the demo came out. But it's going to
There you
happen.
go.
On that note, actually, the new Hyper Strange game did launch today on Steam. I believe it is called Rayze, Rayze. I will post a link into the
It's
chat.
like Postal Online.
If you guys can head on over and, check it out, buy it. I think it would really help them out. If you guys appreciate the stuff that Hyperstrange is doing, check out Raze on Steam, Rayze. It's a racer game. It's one of those aim racer games, super fast moving. But, any help they can get from our fans is huge because you guys obviously all love Brain Damage like we did. And if you want these guys to keep making games, you got to buy their games. So buy Raze on Steam. Out today. It is $9.59. Not too expensive. But, check it out. So there's our little
Dude, I
ad.
can't wait to try that asylum level from the first trailer. It looks dope. I mean,
It does.
I like the demo, but yeah.
And
all the
it'll all
levels
be
look really
out
dope.
in
In
holy
May.
God. People are like asking about where the leg is going to come out.
Oh god.
I don't know, Gerald. I don't know where the leg is going to come from. But I'll make sure I tell them. I'll send your question
Right out of the forehead.
from
makes
a
more sense.
fan in the podcast chat. Will the leg come out of the chest as previous versions of the game?
Chuck
Because
Norris
that's
style.
realistic.
That's where we doom first.
Yeah. Chatterbait now letting models stream video games. We know this because we had a Chatterbait girl hit us up and said she wanted to shave her pussy live on Chatterbait while playing Postal 2.
And we love that.
And I said, yeah, sure. So we
Let's
went
do it.
onto the game submission site on Chatterbait, and I submitted all the Postal games on there. So hopefully more Chatterbait models, men and women, all play Postal while they're doing their thing. I think that would be great.
I'll do it.
We
I'm gonna
are
do it.
we at Running with Scissors are pro sex worker. We are not pro sex trafficking, but we are pro sex worker.
Exactly.
So, make sure you guys support them. These hardworking men and women need your funds. So don't just buy Raze on Steam. Also, go support your favorite sex worker, whether it's on Chatterbait or OnlyFans or wherever. These people are working hard for their money. So everybody steals porn, I know, but sometimes you got to give back.
Exactly.
Sometimes, even if it's only a $10 monthly membership at Pornhub Premium, I think it's a great deal. It's the best deal.
Do they still have the problem with the credit cards? Because I know they MasterCard and Visa removed the credit card payments.
I don't know. I've had a Pornhub Premium membership. Me and my wife, we've had them for a while, and
because
I
of
don't
the,
know how we're paying. To be honest with you, it might be just an ACH payment. I really don't know.
Yeah, because in light of the New York Times article that came out I think last year, because of the they were people posting revenge porn on there, and some people were underage. So big.
Well, that's
big
when
scandal.
they cut the user base in like a tenth or
Yeah,
something, right? All
exactly.
yeah.
But MasterCard and Visa said, "Fuck this, we're not taking part of this." So I mean, must have hurt to remove credit cards. So I was wondering if they came back, because I know they were accepting
it's so
crypto.
fucked up. Okay, weed dispensaries can't take credit cards. Porn sites can't take credit cards. Do these not know that sex and drugs are like the only thing that fuels the economy?
I mean, it's yeah, I know. it's hypocrisy, but
Oh
yeah.
God, now I'm all pissed off.
Yeah. Montreal based, by the way, Pornhub,
all worked up.
Good for them.
Yeah.
They're probably
Yeah.
super happy that Alexis Lafreniere scored another game-winning goal last night for the
He
Rangers.
did. Yeah. What a
And it was
champ, right?
assisted by Sammy Blais, also French-Canadian.
Fuck yeah, French connection right there.
Yeah, they are ruling the team right now. Our fans don't care about hockey. So Epic is considering a Fortnite movie. Is this going to
Nice,
be like
right?
a kids movie, like an animated kids movie?
Are
We still
you-
don't know.
Or is
Are
it going
you
to be like a Dwayne Johnson crazy expose thing?
That would
Oh
be
my God.
that would be
I
insane.
just
just got syphilis from that.
That would
I'm interested
cringe.
in the movie, but the only thing I would do, because no one cares really about the Fortnite characters, the characters usually that are popular in the game are like the character from different licenses, like Marvel, DC. So I'm wondering if they could. Do
I
like
don't
a
know,
Ready
man.
Player
No.
One.
No. In the United States, they sell costumes at the costume shop and at toy stores all year round
Oh, I know.
of
Yeah,
Fortnite
yeah.
characters.
Yeah, we have that too in Canada, by the way.
Yeah, but
we
still,
have
the
that.
most popular characters in the game are like the characters from different licenses or like famous people. But I'm wondering if they could even use them or like kind of like a Ready Player One type of movie.
You know what? I can
mixed with
definitely see
Fortnite.
them pitching that
I
idea.
wouldn't be surprised
Yeah.
if it was a bit more like Free Guy. I watched the movie. Did you guys?
Yeah, if it was like Free Guy, why not? Yeah, why not? Yeah.
I didn't see it
I
yet.
didn't see it yet.
But I heard it was
I'm on
good.
the fence on that movie. I liked it. I also disliked it. It's
Yeah, I do want to watch it, but I'm kind of waiting for it to be out, on home
it's
video.
GTA Online if it was a movie.
Right.
All right.
Microtransactions up the ass.
Mm-hmm. So you're gonna pre-order the movie, and I guess
Yeah.
different rooms, different screenings depending on your package, I guess.
So why is EA dropping FIFA? Is it because the guy in charge of FIFA is a disgusting piece of shit, or what?
Should be, but that's not the issue because the issue with EA is always the money.
What's
I mean,
happening?
to be fair, FIFA is expensive and they were asking for a lot of money. And yeah, they are dropping FIFA and now it's going to be called EA Sports FC, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
for
they're
these
gonna.
games,
But
something like
FIFA
that.
said they didn't like to work with EA, like ever. I mean, that's what
Who
they
does?
said, but
I mean, they
yeah.
will still have the rights to use the players because that's a separate company, but they won't be able to have some actual teams because FIFA is going to try to have their own game. I don't know. Maybe they'll try to convince 2K to make a game. I mean,
Well, they-
FIFA 2K22,
They-
2K23, right?
Didn't they do it in the past?
They did.
No, I don't. I'm asking. I don't know. Did
Oh,
it
I don't
wasn't
know.
2K?
They
No.
will
Okay,
not.
great. Okay. So FC
Guys, I don't
stands
know if you
for
know this,
football?
but soccer's not a sport, so we should just
Hey,
move
how
on. from
dare
this.
you? You
We
watched
should just
Ted
move
Lasso.
on. We should just move on from this
You watched
topic.
Ted Lasso. You should
Yeah, a
say-
show
you can say
about a
that.
fake sport is fine. I'm good with a comedy show about a fake sport.
How dare you?
How
Are they gonna do
Football-
Patchy
your
Ball? A
football
Patchy Ball
doesn't-
EA game?
Your
Just
football doesn't use your own feet. You use your hands and your arms. So it's
no,
not
I don't like
football.
that either. I like hockey.
Oh,
Sorry,
okay, damn.
I like the
Yeah.
actual only good sport.
I lost the battle here.
You did.
You took one.
You
for the
know,
team.
I got to see that Batman trailer before Dune last
Oof.
night, and
Oof.
that was my first time seeing it at the theater.
Oh, so you saw it in a big screen? Okay.
Yeah, fucking
Nice.
legit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's the
Yeah.
imagery. yeah. It's really good.
It looks awesome.
Which scares
So
me
dope.
because some of the best trailers I've seen have been on the worst movies I've ever seen.
Give us an example of.
Fucking
Human
Suicide
Centipedes?
Squad, bro.
Oh yeah, that's a good. Yeah.
Suicide Squads as
Yeah,
well.
you're right. Yeah.
All
I
of the
think-
old DC movies.
Yeah, that's a valid
Yeah.
point too.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think we'll be
much.
fine. Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I have hope for the
hopes that.
Batman. Yeah.
I know.
They're just
I
gonna get
have hope
Willem
for
Dafoe.
it. There hasn't been. Well, I guess there's been a couple bad Batman movies, but I mean, like the real regular Batman movies haven't been bad in a while.
Right. Yeah.
I don't
yeah, the real
consider
ones.
Batman versus Superman to be a Batman movie. It was like
Right.
a weird mashup of
Crossover.
DC characters. Like, obviously, we all know the more recent Batman movies, and they were all pretty good. So,
And
Yeah,
the
they
guy who shoots the photography of the new Batman movie is the guy who shot Dune. So that's a good sign.
yeah. I will say, Dune
Nice.
is good.
Mm-hmm.
Very good.
So it's got to be
I
good.
ran out of tissues and
We will
Blue-
see. Yeah.
Lotion.
But I
The
like
movie was
that they,
supposed to come out on next week, but they pushed it to November
March.
or March next
yeah,
year.
well,
Yeah.
next week, actually, originally this week, French Dispatch and Last Night in Soho were supposed to come out with Dune, but they have now
Right.
separated it out. Next week, French Dispatch comes out, and Last Night in Soho. I want to see both of those movies.
Mm-hmm.
Also, something else
Yeah.
comes out next week too.
What?
I was just looking at this the other day. Why do I not
Dexter's
know?
Age
coming
of
up.
Empire 4.
No, it was a
Dexter.
movie. It was a movie that was coming out next week.
But Dexter in 2 weeks.
Yeah,
Dexter in 2 weeks.
I'm
Yeah.
very cautiously optimistic about it.
Yeah, I want to believe it's gonna be good.
Same.
Cautiously
I really hope so.
optimistic.
Can we imagine after all this time and it's gonna suck?
They did
It
last
might.
season,
It just
yeah.
might. Yeah.
I mean,
be nice.
come on.
Yeah.
man.
Oh,
pull like a-
Eternals. Eternals
wanna
comes out in
believe.
2 weeks.
All right, that's right, yeah.
Ghostbusters comes out in 4 weeks.
Not sure about this one, but
I'm
I'll
not
give it a
sure
try.
either.
Actually, the reviews for Ghostbusters are like I was thinking it was gonna be like a 5 out of 10
Yeah.
or like something kind of
Remember
mediocre. It's
what
like
happened?
9 out of 10 everywhere. Like,
Really?
the reviews are extremely good. Yeah.
House of Gucci is coming out.
No,
Oh,
that
yes,
was
that is
fucking
good.
nice. That's nice.
is
And
very
then more
yeah.
importantly, West Side Story.
Oh,
Right.
I don't care
Forgot
about, that,
about
one.
that.
I don't care about that
you
one.
don't?
No.
But House of Gucci looks fantastic.
Yeah, I love Ridley Scott. Sometimes he
yeah,
does
Adam
some good stuff.
Driver is so good in everything he does. By the way, I like
Yeah.
Adam Driver
Yeah.
a lot. Lady Gaga is a super legit actress, so it's
Mhm.
really cool. Yeah.
So anyway, last night in Soho, Eternals, Ghostbusters, French
watched,
fucking Dispatch. What was the other trailer I just saw? The new Paul Thomas Anderson movie looks interesting.
Yeah, it looks like a Paul Anderson movie, but
with nobody that I recognize except what looks like cameos from a couple of guys like Sean
Right.
Penn.
yeah. Well, I think I saw Adrian Brody, right? He's in there.
Yeah, but
Is
it
that-
looks like
Uh-huh.
they're not in the movie at
Yeah.
all. Which is fine. I'm
it's-
okay.
It's weird.
I love his director
yeah.
though.
The
Yeah.
the
He's
guy
amazing.
that's what's his name's son, isn't it? That's Hoffman's son. Philip
He
Seymour
is?
Hoffman's son. Yeah.
Oh, didn't even spot
I
that.
think so.
Okay.
What is it called? Licorice Pizza?
I don't. I saw the
It
trailer.
looks
but I
great
don't know.
though. I mean, I love Paul Thomas Anderson's movies. Like they're freaking dope.
Yeah, the
They're
main
unique.
guy in it. His name's
Yeah.
Cooper Hoffman. It's
That's
PSH's
really his
kid.
son. Oh,
Yep.
really? That's
I
nice.
did go and see Halloween Kills. It was all right. It was all right.
I think you can watch that at home. I'm good.
I love the 2018 one. I really liked it.
Yeah, it
I
was
love
good.
Michael
I like-
Myers movies.
yeah,
This
yeah,
one,
agreed.
the kills and the cinematography and the kills are like pretty good, but the story is like all over the place, and the acting is also it's all right.
Probably not going to see that one.
Yeah, I mean it's fine. You can
So,
skip it.
I think the thing I'm most worried about is how Pedro felt about the new Saints Row footage.
Oh,
Right.
actually, I was delighted with it. Okay, that's exactly what they should have shown from day one, because whatever that was shouldn't be presented to
Right.
anyone.
So for people who are out
think-
of the loop, what was wrong with the initial release of the?
I mean, it didn't feel like Saints Row at all.
Okay.
Right.
It was completely different. So
The
what
characters
they've
also
shown
felt
is
like-
actually gameplay now. They have
Okay,
actually
yeah.
shown gameplay, and people are like, okay, so this probably won't suck that as much. This is
And
probably
also-
going to be fine.
One good thing, they are being very open about it. Like every 2 days, they are putting a video with Game Informer. It's like, hey, here's new gameplay with Game Informer, and
So
here's
that's
a...
nice.
Much control.
So they're very
Right. Yeah.
transparent. Okay.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, and they are adding like the game feels a bit arcadey. I mean, it's not perfect. It's like health bars
Yeah.
everywhere. Above everything, there's like a health bar. But the combat, like the animation, like the city has like a lot of like different like interest points, and I don't know. It looks fun. But
There are a few bells and whistles for the old games, which I'm very
Right.
happy with. So yeah, it kind of changed some minds, kind of changed my mind. I really hope they really do something great with this game.
That's
Cool.
I haven't checked it
Hope
out,
so.
so yeah, I'll check it out for sure.
Do you
That
think
looks
it's going to
interesting.
cut into that GTA 3 remake money?
Mm-mm, mm-mm.
I doubt it. I doubt
I
it.
don't think.
Yeah. Not even a
Uh,
dent. Yeah.
And also, one of the biggest issues right now is that in February next month, there's like 5 or 6 AAA games coming out, or like
Elden
big
Ring?
games.
Yeah.
Elden Ring, Saints
Dying
Row,
Light. Dying Light.
Horizon. I don't know. There's like
The
all
Friday
games, Dying
update
Light.
for Postal 4?
Maybe.
No,
Yeah.
it's never
for
coming out.
Postal
It's
Oh,
never
yeah.
coming out.
No, we are not
It's
releasing
canceled.
Half-Life 3 is coming out in February next year. Everything, dude.
Yeah. They're actually
Half-Life
releasing
2.
Left 4 Dead 3, Portal 3, and Half-Life 3 all at the same
Yeah.
time. Yeah.
What
GTA
about
6 might
Postal
also be
3?
coming
What
out.
about Postal
Ricochet
3?
2.
You think that's gonna
Yeah,
come out?
they're re-releasing Postal 3.
Redux.
Fuck yes.
Postal 3 Redux HD
It's
remaster
Postal
remake.
3 Ducks. You fucking idiots.
Postal Trilogy.
Definitive edition.
Postal 3 Ducks.
How did I not think of that?
And it's
The
actually
Postal Trilogy.
Postal 3 space DUCKS 3 Ducks.
3 Ducks, and the moral system is even stronger.
Right.
There
And
you-
it's actually
yes, yeah.
just like that game where you're the bird, like the whatever it is.
Pigeon
the-
Simulator.
no, the other one.
Which
Oh,
one?
Something bird
Pigeon
game or
Simulator,
whatever.
like
Oh, okay.
Sebastian said.
But you're just a duck. 3 of them.
with
You're
the
3
same
ducks.
with the same moral
Yeah.
system. Yeah, exactly.
Right. You have to choose whether you want to shit or swim
Or not shit.
or quack. That's it.
Exactly.
And
Yeah.
it's still better than Postal 3.
Of course.
Goose Game.
Everything's
That's what I was
better.
looking for was Goose Game.
Untitled
Goose
Goose
Game.
Game. Yeah.
So Postal 3 Ducks.
I just took a shit right now, and it was much better than Postal 3.
Listen, that meme has got to die, Pedro. Postal 3 is not as bad as you say it is, okay? Have you not heard from the
Nah, it's
crowd?
the best game ever. I'm sorry.
It
guys.
is
Get
better
out
than you think, okay?
It's game
It's
of the
not
century,
like
guys.
it's not like I haven't played the game. It's that bad.
Okay, let's story time. Let's say we're like 150 years in the future, and people rediscover Postal 3, and maybe they'll like with the eyes of the future, they'll see how it was like.
You think it'll age well like Postal 2 did?
I don't know. Should it? I mean, let's just let's talk. Could it age well? You think in the future? Maybe it's
No,
like,
people will be like,
misunderstood.
The reason why
Look
Postal 2,
how-
part of the reason why Postal 2 aged well is because we kind of kept it updated over the years.
Yeah, I know.
We can't
People will be
update
like,
Postal 3. We actually cannot. We could
Okay,
not
so-
do it.
Okay, another story. Let's say we nuke the shit out of it, so humanity's wiped out, and the only thing that's left is a USB stick with Postal 3, and somehow an alien
Oh, humanity would be
civilization come
over.
here, and
They'd wipe us out.
Yeah, okay. So
Yeah.
they'll
If that was
just
the
nuke us
only
again.
history left of mankind, nobody would want to clone us
Exactly.
and bring us
they
back.
would
No.
wipe it
Okay, so
faster
yeah,
than
they're
running
fucked,
those
people
guys.
on a
Yeah,
USB
okay.
drive.
So, like, just so people know, when I say we can't update it, there's multiple reasons. Number one, it's not on our Steam account. I have no control over it. If I did, it would be free. I would have made it free a long time ago. Nobody should be paying for that piece of trash. Okay,
How is
number
it
one.
right now? Let's go see.
I don't know, $8, $7.99. I don't know what the full
I'm
price is.
curious, hold on.
$12.99, something like that.
It's
11
$12.99.
euros.
12. Yeah,
Okay,
it's
that's
12.
way too much money. So it would be free. Number one. Number two, I don't even have the final assets or source of the game to update, and if I did, I don't have the team to do it.
No, Mike, you have everything. Remember when they said that you had everything?
Well, I like the argument when we state that the code is in Russian. It's not the Russian.
Yeah.
It's not coded in Russian. That is just a way to refer to the way it is notated. Okay, and while the community that loves the game thinks that's not a reason, it is. It is a
It kinda
garbled
is, you
mess.
know?
It is not a small game.
Yeah.
It is a huge game, and we have approached people on the team about this very topic, and the answer is it is not possible.
Is it?
You know what's
well,
funny?
Yeah.
I'm on the Steam page right now, and the negative reviews are given by some of us. Like Marcin gave like a negative review.
Oh,
Really? That's amazing.
That is
Let's leave a review and
that is a
hold
circle
on.
jerk, an in-house circle jerk about how much we fucking hate that game. And it's not because it's not bad and we just like to make a joke. It's that bad.
I'm gonna write a
And
review
also,
right now.
Marcin posted his negative review in 2016 and updated it in 2019 to say how bad it still was bad. Like
So he's keeping his hate.
3 years
going
later, he
alive.
came back. He's like, it's still bad. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not a bad idea. I don't think I can leave a review for it because I want to say I was attached as a developer to the code I used was one of the developer codes, so I don't think I can review it.
I mean, I have it because you guys gave it to me when I joined, which is funny. But it's still at 0 minutes right now. So there's like I don't want to play because I like having it.
Just
at 0
open it
minutes
and
on
let
my
it
Steam.
run for 2 hours while you're pooping.
Oh yeah,
You don't
just
actually
go
have
on.
to. You don't have to play the game. You just open the main menu and walk away for 2 hours.
Yeah,
Or
but it's
you
made
just-
by someone called Trash Masters. Like Trash Masters. What did you expect from?
Well, Trash Masters was just an in-house studio at Akella.
Yeah.
And I think they named it that
See.
because of our own, the way we talk shit about our own products. So
Exactly.
Oh, I see.
There we go. Got a review up there as well.
congrats. Thank you, Pedro. Randy Pitchford leaving Gearbox Games to focus on Gearbox movies.
Oh God.
Are you talking about like something related to the Borderlands movie?
Yeah, he's
Absolutely.
probably
He was on the set.
acting as Jack Black's personal fluffer.
You
Right.
think?
I mean, as long as he doesn't punch anybody,
That's true.
punching the actors and. I don't
But
know.
yeah, I'm pretty sure he probably signed like a multi films, and that's why he's positioning himself for that. It's not just a one thing, that's for sure.
Right.
Yeah.
He's
No.
still head of Gearbox.
Yeah,
Nothing
and,
is
you
really
know-
Do you
gonna
think he's going to
change.
make a Duke Nukem movie now and like a Half-Life opposing forces movie?
Oh, well,
like
I remember seeing that John Cena was attached at some point, which would be fucking funny. I think
That would be
John
dope.
Cena. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. But I don't know if it's
Mhm.
still a thing. But I remember reading that like maybe a year or two ago. John Cena was attached to it as for Duke. So.
Hmm.
He looks just
Interesting.
like
I
him,
mean-
so why not? Yeah.
I mean, if they do a movie where it's like a goofy action thing, it could work. You know, just Duke Nukem is not something you take seriously on its like.
I can see a little bit of that already with
I think
Peacemaker.
Uwe Boll could
Yeah.
make a good Duke Nukem movie.
But I'd like to see like the full blown like big budget treatment with like John Cena. It would be interesting, I think. But yeah,
Yeah, but most people forgot about Duke Nukem, so a lot
yeah.
of people like it's not as mainstream as people think it is. So
Well, the
Yeah.
new
Tell
the new
people-
generation of gamers they didn't play Duke Nukem like we
Right.
did
Tell
back in the
people
day.
that
So.
there will be a 2001 build going to be released in public, and people will wake up immediately.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, on that last topic, you said, Sebastian, do a new generation of kids play Sonic?
I don't think so.
Right. I mean,
well, yeah, but they still made a movie. You're right.
but
yeah.
it's a kids. It's kind of a kiddie movie. Duke Nukem
yeah, but
wouldn't be a
he's-
kids
yeah,
movie.
yeah, you're right. And Sonic is, I think, is a bit more iconic than Duke Nukem. Well, I mean, I'm not gonna. I mean, you know, people recognize a bit more, I guess, the blue, like runner instead of like a guy with like a buzz cut and,
And
you know,
the
big
bling,
muscles.
bling, bling, bling.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean,
Anyway, in
well, it's
other
debatable.
good video
Yeah.
topics, did you guys watch Squid Game?
I did.
yes,
I did actually.
I didn't think
Which
it was
is-
that bad.
Exactly.
I loved it.
Yeah, and
I think it was great.
I hope you guys watch in Korean with subtitles.
Yes,
'cause it's-
absolutely.
yeah,
I will
but-
never
yeah,
watch
yeah.
that dub shit.
Exactly. I mean, I
It's
see
good.
sometimes memes and you know there's audio and you hear like the voiceover, the dub like English and it's garbage. But yeah, actually I thought it was gonna be like meh. And it was actually good. I was surprised.
No,
The
it was
acting
good.
was phenomenal.
The-
Like,
no.
Yeah.
All of the acting
mean-
except the VIPs.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the VIPs
Yeah.
sucked. I think it was on purpose, though.
I know
think.
it was on purpose to make fun of like Americans, but it was really bad.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, the
Yes.
one-liners
Oh,
were
yeah.
very and yeah, well, I mean it's not the text itself, but the way they delivered the text, maybe
Ugh.
it was weird.
Bad.
Yeah.
Very bad.
But-
But
Why are they
lo-
taking so long?
one of my good
Oh.
friends who used to host the
Word.
podcast, Eric,
Uh-huh.
he fucking hated it, man.
You know,
he
you didn't like it?
he called it a like a oh god, I can't remember what he called it, but he went on this rant on Facebook about how bad it was, and he
Okay,
said it was
so-
a clickbait.
Jesus.
The whole thing was one giant clickbait, and
It
and
is kind of
Yeah, but I enjoyed it.
Yeah, it's actually, and I think it part of the success is because well, you know, people in North America, we don't really consume a lot of stuff from Asia, and especially maybe not even less from Korea. So it's like a breath of fresh air. I think maybe it's
If they
different.
make a real Squid Game,
I don't
but
think
without
the
killing-
ending was amazing.
No, I honestly saw the end
Right.
coming a bit, like the plot twist. I'm not gonna say if there people haven't watched it.
Do you
yet, but I
think that
mean,
the second season will be him being Liam Neeson from Taken? Like he's gonna
that'd be nice?
the whole next
Yeah.
season is gonna be him being an agent trying to take down this group.
I mean,
Oh,
you know what?
okay.
They could like do like they realize that they have like one Squid Game in every country, and
Yeah,
can
that
like,
I think that was the point. Yeah, they're
yeah.
gonna do it in different countries. Yeah,
Yeah,
but
like one in
I think
Russia, one in the United States, like one in Italy, they can
The
do that
Squid Game
too.
World Tour.
World tour.
I
What
did,
I
Exactly.
I
love is
did
that
think the twist was, it wasn't unexpected, but it also wasn't super cool. It was like, oh,
Well, yeah, I know,
Right.
but especially like that one person when you don't see him die on camera, you're like, okay, that's fishy, because they're not shy about like
Right,
seeing
right.
people
right,
No,
dying.
yeah, of
So
course.
that was so yeah. That episode ended. I looked at my girlfriend and was like, okay, so yeah, I think it's obvious, and lo and behold, yeah. So yeah,
Yeah.
but I mean,
But I think what I love is that a lot of those actors, they just found them online or on Instagram. They were like nobodies, and their acting is pretty decent. Like it's pretty
the
good.
uh
And
the
like
chick is a model, if I recall,
right, yeah,
and
she is.
yeah, so they basically, yeah, they took people like out of the game, which is interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think the VFX were pretty seamless. I don't know what was the budget, but you don't see, but it's all green screen. Most of it is green screen, and it
And
looks dope.
it's
Like,
well
yeah.
done. You're
Yeah,
right.
it was very. I
Yeah.
liked it. I thought it was very
Like
good.
the marbles episode, I think it was incredible. Like it's the best one. It's so good.
Yeah, it feels like
yeah.
a fake set, but like in a good way. So because with the houses and the streets, and yeah,
Yeah.
it was
You're
good.
right. Yeah,
Yeah, I
but the
thought it was
acting and
dope.
everything. Yeah,
I thought it was super
yeah, it was
dope.
pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Also, Ted Lasso season 2. Yeah, it's good. Still not done with it, but it's been pretty good.
Oh, it has a nice twist at the end.
I
mean,
heard.
you'll
You
see
know,
it coming.
telling somebody there's a twist is a spoiler. Okay, just so you know.
There's no twist, guys.
And then
that's really
the
boring.
and then
There's
the
no
House
twist.
of the Dragon trailer came out to
I mean,
very
excited.
low pomp because the Game of Thrones community feels like they were ass fucked. So I still think it's going to be huge.
I think it's gonna be good.
Huge. Yeah.
And
good,
everybody that
messy.
says I'm not going to watch it until the whole show is out.
They're
Yeah,
not
but
gonna do
then-
that.
Yeah,
would be the
they're gonna watch
point?
it.
They're not.
Yeah,
They're,
they will
yeah,
watch it.
They're going to
Don't-
hear
you
that
don't-
people like the first episode,
Yeah.
and then they're going to watch the first episode.
yeah, they'll wait 24 hours and they're like, okay, I'll
And you
watch.
can't avoid spoilers these days with people posting about it. I got spoiled when the season 8 of Game of Thrones came. I was going to watch maybe after.
Oh
a
yeah, well,
while.
when Game of Thrones was coming out every week, I was just like I waited to see it online maybe an hour after it aired, and I was just like, don't touch. I wouldn't touch at my cell phone or like social, because I didn't want to get spoiled. So yeah.
Yeah, it was impossible with Game of
yeah.
Thrones for some reason.
Have
And,
we,
uh,
have we
Like,
talked
very
about
keen to talk about it.
have we talked about Star Wars Visions?
I think we
What is
did
that?
briefly bring it up last time, but I liked
Really?
it. I liked
Okay.
every episode of it.
Yeah.
Even the
Oh,
cheesy,
Visions.
cheesy like rock band one I liked.
Yeah, I think the idea was nice. It was fresh. Like, but the black and white samurai one, damn, like
So good.
the first one,
Yeah.
so good.
So
yeah.
I liked how they all sort of like made all the Sith people like almost the heroes of some of the episodes.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
An anti-hero twist. Yeah.
Yeah, it was
I
good.
think it's going really well.
So do you think Mandalorian is going to be delayed?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's
it's really
okay because
possible,
we have
yeah.
other shows coming.
We're getting Boba in December, right?
Yes.
Still? I think.
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay.
there's so much to watch these days.
Right.
And,
They're already
that's
done
true.
filming Boba. That's going to be out soon. They're done filming Obi-Wan. It's going to be out soon. They're done filming Andor, the show about Cassian Andor.
Uh-huh.
There's they're still shooting Last of Us right now in Canada, in Alberta, and people are like posting photos online of the set. It looks really impressive, by the way. So
Yeah. I think Pedro Pascal was a good call. He looks like Joel. I mean, I
he
think
does.
I would have
yeah,
liked
and
Hugh
people are
Jackman.
exactly. and
but-
some people of the community are shitting because Bella Ramsey doesn't look exactly like Ellie, but who the fuck cares?
Oh my
honestly?
God.
I mean, people
Yeah,
are still
it's-
This
people
is
are
like,
dumb
is
that.
the
Yeah.
kick going to come from the center of his chest?
Yeah, that's a kind of type of yeah.
It's very
From
But
important.
I'm really excited for Last of Us. I'm really excited for that. Yeah.
But
Well- Go ahead, Matt.
it's true that nowadays, like, it's impossible to just play everything and watch everything. Just too much. And I think next year is gonna be the worst. Like, everything got pushed to 2022,
Yeah.
and it's I don't know what they're gonna do. Like, I think they're gonna have to delay. Everything is coming out every week. There's a new game or a new show. Like, it's crazy.
Just
Postal
delayed
4,
by a
Postal
year
4
or two.
coming out
So,
2022.
well, I know what's the solution. Just we just need a new pandemic. We need a new plague, so we can just like go back inside and watch and play everything.
Yeah,
right?
just watch everything. Yeah.
Yeah, we need a new plague, basically.
We need a new COVID.
Like the Zeta strain. Yeah, we need
Mhm.
Zeta.
No, Delta
variant.
2.
Delta,
Delta
plus
2.
plus
Delta 9, bro, THC.
Yeah.
We've gone
God of
over an
War
hour.
on PC.
We've gone over an hour. I gotta call it. I have a doctor's appointment in a little bit, so I'm glad we filled an hour this time. That was good. This is what happens when you don't do an episode in a fucking month. So
Exactly.
thanks,
We have
Matt,
content.
for getting up on the time I told you we would probably be on. And
Yeah, no
Sebastian
worries.
for poking your pretty head in here. I just realized we have 2 Frenchies on the show. I don't know why that never clicked for me. One real Frenchie, one
Well, unlike the bastard son.
one
Yeah,
like
in the colonies.
secessionist fucking
dirty
colonist
colonies.
Frenchie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm French Japanese at this point.
Right,
so-
he's actually he's an expat French too. So
Yeah.
You see baguette?
and
But we- no,
Pedro, I want to say it was great not hearing your dogs.
Yeah. They're sleeping right here.
I think you
Well,
gave them
well,
like a
you.
Benadryl or something. You knocked
Yeah,
them
you
out.
drugged them.
I drugged my dogs.
put the
What is
NyQuil,
shitting
yeah.
everywhere.
Yeah,
Yeah.
what they give dogs when they have to go on the plane. He has like
Every-
crates of that in his.
Every day I
Like
wake
he's-
up and one of them keeps shitting every day. So
That's very gross. But
yeah.
if you've been waiting this whole episode to hear this new song, this is a song called Devil in My Heart by a band called Drown in Deceit. Thanks for tuning in, guys. We'll see you in a couple of weeks. Bye.
Bye.
Later.
Bye-bye.
Fucked up from the start. Left behind to run with her in the dark. When I finally let the devil in my heart, then I got the taste of blood. Something told me then that it would never be enough, and now I'm staying. Don't you fucking save me now. It's time to make my demons proud and dead. I feel the split. Half is my heart, the other half of me that wants you dead. This fucking voice in my head is pushing me to the edge, but now I'm listening. I'm fucking listening. You want it? Broken, beaten. This fucking voice in my head is pushing me to the edge. This fucking voice in my head. Now I'm listening. Look at you now. You're so afraid of your own creation. I'm not listening. So deaf yet so proud, but you'll choke on your words. Now you choke on your words. Everybody hates somebody. Everybody hates someone. Everybody hates something. Everyone has come undone. Everybody thinks I'm crazy. What the fuck is everyone? Somewhere or someone else. Everyone can help themselves. Everybody hates somebody. Hates someone who hates something. Sometimes I think I'm finding someone that everyone hates. You fucking made me into what I am, and now you blame me for this. You fucking blame me for this. Blame me for this fucking voice in my head is pushing me to the edge, but now I'm listening. I'm fucking listening.